Welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. In the last few weeks, we've really felt the season shift, and we are now in deep winter. It is misty in the mornings, we're getting some significant rain, and it's cold. We've only had a few frosts so far, but I'm sure we've got quite a few more to come. And the days are now getting quite short. We're a couple of weeks away from winter solstice, so there is not a lot of daylight to get things done. One of the uniquely winter chores that we have to do is to collect kindling to start the fire. You know, those small little twigs and bark and things that help to get a fire started before you can throw a really big log on. I showed previously that we'd collected quite a lot of firewood. We've got 3 hutches by the house that are full of dry, ready to use firewood. And we also have a shed which also has dry, ready to use firewood as well. So hoping that will get us through the winter. But with the kindling, it is a harder thing to store and collect in advance, just because it takes up a lot of room, you know, all those little twigs and stuff. So this afternoon I'm heading out into the bush and I'm going to try and collect some dry-ish kindling from underneath trees, just small branches that have dropped, and have those ready for the next few fires that we start. We're not keeping the fire going necessarily every day. If we're out of the house, obviously it goes out, so we are having to start a fire most evenings. So that's why we need to have a supply of kindling on hand. This week creatively I've been all about spinning. I finished the singles of the merino that I've been working on, and this morning I finished plying the 2 bobbins together, although I do have quite a bit left on one of the bobbins of singles. So I'm going to try and chain ply this one so I can practice chain plying as well. I must have spun one half a bit thinner than the other, or what I did is I didn't weigh them when I split the 2 pieces in half, so perhaps one was a little bit heavier than the other. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I think it's come up quite well. It's really soft and it feels like it's got a lot of air in it. I think I've been fairly consistent. I've just popped a 10-cent piece in there so you can get a little bit, see how thick it is. I'm really pleased with it. Last weekend I went away with some girlfriends to a house in Flowerdale to relax, sit and chat, drink wine and eat cheese by the fire. We explored a couple of little country towns and went into some cool little shops and just spent some time away. Now, why am I bringing this up in my business life section? Well, because I think it's important and actually really crucial to a business and to a small handmade business that I can take some time for myself, and that I can actually step back from the work and from the everyday and experience just shutting down and not thinking about little work things. Obviously I've set myself some boundaries for everyday life because, you know, work is home and home is work. I set myself a bit of a morning routine of sitting and reading a book and having a coffee before I start my work day, and I set myself business hours. But sometimes the lines do get a little bit blurred, and that's okay most of the time, because I am really enthusiastic and passionate about what I'm doing now and really want to put in the hard work to make sure that the goals and dreams that I have for my business come true. But one of those goals is also to have a balanced lifestyle and to be able to spend time on myself and doing things for me. And so this weekend was one of those opportunities where I could step back. I'd made plans with the podcast last week, so it was all scheduled and ready to go. I didn't have to worry about it. I knew it was just going to publish, and I could spend time winding down, time with friends, and not doing little bits and pieces, because often on the weekend, you know, I'll just go, I'll just do that one little thing, or I'll respond to that message, or if I'm posting on Instagram, it's about my business. So it was nice to really shut down from that. I did do a couple of Instagram posts, but I wasn't checking what was happening in my feed. I was literally just getting on, doing that, shutting off. So I think that that is really important. And this week it's helped me to focus a little bit more. The time away and the time just talking and chatting about a whole lot of different things gave my mind a break from all the small individual tasks and the to-do lists and things like that. And what it did is kind of gave my subconscious mind a bit of a chance to put some bigger picture things sort of in order, and give me a chance to have some breathing space to come back and be quite enthusiastic this week about what is going on for the future. And part of that was that I then went to a small business workshop course this week, which is going to be really great. I've got some really positive things that have come out of that, and I'm now really keen to implement and move forward, and I know that I am on the right track. And to have had that break and spend time just being has been a real positive, and I will definitely be doing it in the future. I know some people take complete breaks from all technology and social media, and that may be something that I look to do in the future, but this was just a nice sort of way to press a little bit of a reset button and to spend some time not doing the regular. And I think that that's really important, especially when you work for yourself. Well, that's it for another week. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.